Okay. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, hello everybody, I'm Deku, and this is Sonic Heroes Team Sonic. I chose Team Sonic out of the 4 teams since, well, there's not really a reason, I just like the run, and it's pretty fast, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. And this is a Sonic game, and as you might know, Sonic games are pretty broken, this one is no exception. The main thing I'm gonna be doing is pressing B, just spamming it because I get a kick and it gives me speed. Whoa, that was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen either. What is happening? I don't think that's ever happened. Like, both, maybe the first has happened, but I never actually got the second one. Okay, so let's go again. So if I press B, I do the kick, which gives me speed, but when I hold B, I get a rolling animation. And if my teammates are behind me and I release B, I get a rocket axle, which gives me a lot of speed. So that's my main way of getting speed. So also another thing about Sonic Heroes, there's like 3 formations you might have seen. There's like speed, which I mainly use to go fast, and there's flight, which I use to go up to high places, and power, which is meant to break objects, but it's like we don't really break objects, we use it for different purposes. Ah, shame didn't make that. The first stage doesn't have any major glitch, but starting from the next stage, we're gonna be seeing the first glitch of the run. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, this is power. It's meant to break these objects. Let's see if I get this camera change. Nope. Oh, I got backwards. You can switch the camera here a bit. This is a bobsled section. It's an auto-scroller. I'm really running out of things to say because there's not much. I'm playing on the Wii version. It's probably the best version to play on. The other version is Xbox, which is fine too, and PC and PS2, which aren't really that good. Oh, you might have noticed, the game is in Spanish. Don't mind that, it's nothing important. Here is actually a bit of a skip. We're gonna go to the Team Dark section, just to go fast. You might, if you want to compare this to other teams, this is not the kind of broken team. It only has, like, it obviously has its glitches, but it's mostly movement, which is why I really like this category. We also go by in-game time in this game, something worth noting, so I'm gonna use some pauses here and there. I guess I can explain something that's gonna come up later, which is the first main break. It's called the Bob Boost. And it's kinda weird to explain. We can just say it's magic, but it kinda has this theory. You know, whenever you have your flight totem, there's like Tails at the top, and then Sonic, and then Knuckles. But whenever like one of your teammates get bobbed in a specific way, in this case Sonic, and you put a wall between the Bob, Sonic, and the rest of the totem, you get a lot of speed. You're gonna see that later. It doesn't really make sense once you explain it, but it kinda makes sense, I guess, once you see it. So this is the light touch glitch. It's actually probably the best glitch of the run in my opinion. You light touch and you switch to either Knuckles or Tails and it gives you a lot of speed, which is why I really like the category. So this is the buff boost, so get the enemy here. You have to bop Sonic in a specific way like this. There you go, to the wall, and yeah, magic. He has speed, profit. There's also 3D, you can abuse the geometry in this game by getting some either slope jumps or just run into a wall and get a lot of light. You might have seen that earlier. We're coming up close to the end. This is a section where the rock follows you. The rock has a big rubber banding, but as long as you don't go too fast, it's not gonna kill you. And only the first one. The second one you can just go fast and it will never catch on to you. As long as you don't like stand still. Okay. This was Ocean Palace, probably my favorite stage since it's just complete of everything. It has cool light touch glitches, which is always good. It has a wall boost. It's just all around a fine stage. You might have seen earlier, I did a kind of a double jump before like that spring, before the rock section. That was a blue tornado. If you press B in the air when you're Sonic, you do a blue tornado, and if you do it close to specific walls, you cancel it, get kind of a double jump. This is the first boss. Sonic Heroes follows the classic Sonic structure of 2 stages and a boss. We're gonna make him go behind us so we can get the invisibility and trigger his water attack, which is this one. So he just stands still and we get a lot of hits with Knuckles. Just like that. Right, good. Yeah, this is the main purpose of Knuckles, just doing big damage. Oh yeah, ranks. We don't get a lot of A ranks, we get like half of them, and most of them come from bosses, because ranks are based on scores. It doesn't matter if you go fast, you have to collect the score. But on the bosses there's no score, so we get A ranks. Coming up is Grand Metro, or Grand Metropolis, I like to call it Grand Metro. It's a pretty interesting stage if you do it quickly. I think one of the most interesting. There aren't really any bad stages in this one. I like pretty much them all. But like there are obviously some I prefer. So this you're gonna be seeing a better example of the light touch glitch. Just like that. Let's see if I get this one. Hey, there we go. That's why I love that glitch. Just skip that whole section. It really makes a difference between like try-hard runners and not try-hard runners. Because oh please, I'm alive somehow. Loops are broken in this game. They're completely broken. You can even get pulled back in some of them. But hopefully it doesn't end up happening. Because light touch glitches can be pretty difficult. You get it? You can click through doors in this game. That one I used Knuckles. We're not gonna use them in other doors. We're gonna use Knuckles. For that door in particular, Knuckles just end up, and for some reason actually clips. It's pretty weird. Here we're gonna do another ball boost. Get Sonic Bob like that, put a wall. That one is not as big. It's still pretty considerable. So yeah. Oh yeah, level ups. I got level 3 Sonic because he does wind physics. What I mean by wind physics is that you can like activate those balls and like knock down the robot shields because you get a wind physics. You can get them with the Blue Tornado or, but right, obviously the Blue Tornado is slow, so, or the Rock Axle. So that's why we get level 3 in this level. It's not slow to get them. That was kind of Metro. The thing that I like the most about this stage is the door clip. You can do a strat where you basically keep moving and clip, and it looks amazing, but it's probably one of the hardest strats. Alright, cool. So coming up is Power Plant. Power Plant probably the most boring stage because it has 2 auto scrollers. But hopefully I'm not gonna run out of things to say. So these loops can pull you back if you kick in specific places. It doesn't usually happen, but there's always the risk. So a glitch that I'm gonna do later is called what I call a fly glitch. I think it's called Flight Axel Jump. Oh, what's that jump? If you fly at a specific time, your flight gets reset. I don't know for what reason, but it just kind of happens. So you can get that and do a double flight, I guess. That makes sense. You're gonna use a Blue Tornado. Pretty clever use of the Blue Tornado. And those are rails. You saw me switching between Knuckles and Sonic. I'm gonna explain the reason later. So this is the other skull I was talking about. I need a level 2 Tails because he can one-shot robots, like the flying robots, for instance. And we want the other skull to always be moving. There I wanted to get a fly glitch to have a little more height, but that didn't end up happening. Alright, don't troll me. Nice. So this section can entirely be skipped on PC Heroes because it's got a glitch called Ultra Glide. Talk about more about PC Heroes. It's kind of a beta build, we assume. Get that bounce. And there's the glide, which is pretty damn broken because whenever you're on for example, a loop or a slope, and your gravity is alternated. That was a shame. You basically get a huge glide, so you can just just glide over this whole section. But it actually doesn't have the Bob Boost glitch because Sonic can't actually be stunned, so he can't do the Bob Boost. And one other thing that changes about Sonic being stunned is about the team fights. They are much harder on PC, though thankfully we're running on Wii. this is the flight glitch. I also used it earlier. Echo. Ah. Yep. Still nice. Yeah. What are the good donation incentives? Ah. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Hmm. Yeah, Revo does them, and Revo is amazing, so please donate for them. Yep. So again, yeah, I was gonna talk about this section, which is very scary when you're a kid, but it's actually not that scary at all. Just something, whenever you're on a stream, people always say that that section was scary as a kid, but it's really not that hard. So alright, we've talked about team fights before, this is the first one. There's a quick kill on PAL, but unfortunately I'm running on NTSC. I'll explain the differences later. Oh, both of them got stunned. Yeah. I have to restart for that. Both of them got stunned again. Okay, there we go. Whoa, that was quick. Because Big died. He doesn't usually die early. Still a bad fight. I'm not really used to NTSC. We made it through. Yeah, if you wanna know what the PAL glitch does, it's basically you stand still and you win. If you just wanted to know. But it's, I don't know, the AI changes on different versions. There's another quick kill I might show later maybe if there's time. But yeah, Casino Park. A lot of people hate this stage because the pinball physics are very, very bad. But fortunately, we won't see many pinball tables because there's a glitch coming up which is called the pinball table launch. I'll show you, then I'll explain it because it's pretty complicated. There we go. So you know, whenever you're on solid land and you switch to a one of your teammates, the teammate warps to you. But when you're on a pinball table, you warp to your teammate. Like right now, I'm gonna launch Sonic, and I'm gonna warp to him. But if I were on solid ground, like here, I'm gonna switch to Knuckles. Knuckles switches to me. I don't warp to Knuckles. So we can exploit that by launching Tails and then warping to him. Cancel too early. And we're gonna do that again, in case you missed it or something. This one's a bit of a different setup, but it's the same. So as you can see, not very many pinball tables. Wow, that was quick. There's only this, which is something I hate. Okay, I didn't lose too much time on it. Alright, so this is a bit of a interesting route. I explain what I did. Basically, I did the alternative route, which you're supposed to access by pressing a switch, which is hidden in the stage. But if you manage to clip to the laser, which I did by bopping Sonic and then doing a light dash, you actually kind of clip to it for some reason. Lasers don't work that well in this game. So I was able to access the VIP area, and then yeah, you basically just fall down to the gore ring. So coming up, Ingo Highway. This is the first really big skip. First and only, really. It's only about boosts. Spoiler. Alright, so as I explained before, whenever you switch to a teammate on a pinball table, you work to them. So we can kinda abuse it to do crazy things. Alright, so I'm gonna knock them down. So an important detail is when you are Knuckles and you bob a teammate down, Sonic will spawn to your left and Tails will spawn to your right. Maybe that's the opposite, I don't know. But if you leave an empty space like I did before, Tails won't come back. So right now he's actually somewhere, and I'm holding up just so I can move him. I'm not holding, but I'm pressing up. You can hear it. That should be enough. So now I'm gonna do a bit of a setup. I came back. I didn't get on the ledge. Yeah, big shame. Oh, I came back there. I messed up the setup. That's a bit of a risky setup. I like doing it though. There we go. So 132. I need to wait actually 30 seconds. So 235. Oh, 205. Sorry. So press up. So right now he's like below kill planes, because he's actually below kill planes right now since he's not the leader, so he doesn't get affected by kill planes. No, okay, that's not true. But whatever, just let that pass. Get on the ledge. Get on the ledge, please. It was like 250. Still, it doesn't waste too much time to fail it. Like, it obviously does, but doing the stage normally is quite a bit slower. Even if you do it second try, it's still the same speed. Oh, there we go. And we work the Tails. So right now he's somewhere. I'm actually like below some kill points right now. So yeah, by doing that setup, if I now turn around a bit, about now, I see a stage. And you can kinda call this magic, because like all that explanation I did earlier didn't really make much sense. It's just magic. I did a magic trick. Oh, I missed the bingo. Wow. It's okay. As long as we got it and you were able to see it, it's all good. Okay, coming up is RNG. Yay. Hey, there's a frame perfect cutscene glitch. I'm slow at mashing. So I'm gonna explain why this is RNG. So let's say you are Sonic and you kill 5 robots. There's 50% chance to either get a Tails level up or a Sonic level up. Knuckles level up, sorry. You have to kill 5 robots since 50-50. I want Tails level 2. I got Knuckles level 2. I need to use Sonic again. Got Knuckles level 3. I would have been okay even with Tails level 1. This is just terrible. Alright, I need that Tails level 2. Next wave. If I get next wave, then this is the worst. Oh wow, dude. Really? I did a backup on the flight, didn't work. I still didn't get it, but I don't need it anymore. I can just use Knuckles for the rest of the waves. So I'm gonna explain more about level ups. Level 2 Sonic, one-shots robots, and level 3 gives you win physics. No, I didn't get hit. And level 2 Tails, one-shots robots. Level 1 doesn't stun Sonic. And level 1 Sonic does 2 damage to robots. And then there's level 3 Tails, which catches onto rings. Yo, I got it! Frame perfect team blast. I wanted to do it for the swag. It actually loses time, but it's frame perfect, so hey, I didn't get the cutscene glitch, I got the team blast. Yeah. Level 1 Knuckles does a bit of a burst. It's not very useful. Level 2 Knuckles though, it's very good. Level 3 is the same as level 2. It does a lot of damage. And yeah. Oh, that's about everything about level ups. The main things, the main ones I want are level 2 Tails and level 3 Sonic. Maybe level 2 Knuckles, but not actually in some levels I do. Because like there are big robots which you need to kill. So Rail Canyons. Need to talk about rails. So whenever you're pressing B on a rail, you kind of get an animation which gives you speed. There's a lot boost here. It's pretty damn hard. That's not good. I don't like that. So whenever you're pressing B on a rail, oh wow, again, bro. And you like holding B and switching between Knuckles and Sonic. You actually trigger that same animation, so you go very fast. It only gives you speed though, it doesn't actually it sets you to a certain speed value. So there I got it, that was good. But it doesn't like give you doesn't like add you speed. It only sets you to a amount of speed. So it's only in most situations it's better to just hold down the B button. And there we go. That was called the full buff boost, because you can do a buff boost which is easier, but I did the hard version and I failed miserably. At least I got to show it off. And that's about it. It's really I couldn't say that when we want to switch. Basically whenever we hit a booster, the booster like sets you to a set amount of speed, but it's actually slower than one when you switch. So whenever we hit a booster, we want to switch, so we can just get to max speed quickly. Like for example, there whenever I hit those, um, uh, the, there are things that slow you down, like those stop things, I guess. I don't know, but whenever like those things slow you down, we want to switch so we can get to max speed. And coming up is probably the most boring level, probably what I would call the worst level, but I like it. It's not bad, it's just not as good, I guess. It's cycle based and it doesn't have any glitches, it's just like a normal level. So you might have seen now I'm warping down here, and I'm not like actually going down in the stage, I'm actually warping to a different point. So this, pretty much every piece of the stage is just scattered around. So right here I need to get speed. That was pretty fast. If you get like, it's pretty hard to get the good speed there, but if you get good speed you can save time. Alright, here you wanna get the Canas Knuckles. And then there's auto scroller. Yeah, this is why the stage is not that interesting. See, I didn't get the cycle. That cycle is impossible. I mostly aim for the 120. Though it's possible to get the 116. So right now I could just hold left because I just want level 2 Sonic. But I guess I'll collect rings because it's fun. And I want level 3 because of the wind physics again. And at this point the stage isn't that interesting. I don't know if I've said the NTSC versus PAL difference. I've mentioned it. Basically you know, the load screens are actually slower on PAL, but it doesn't matter since we go by game time. So it actually saves all of real time, but doesn't save any game time. But there is one thing that saves game time, which is the result screen. It actually loads up like 1 second faster or something on NTSC, which is pretty huge because there are 20 levels in this stage. What? 20 levels in this stage? 20 levels in this run. So kinda adds up. Which is why I'm running on NTSC. I actually didn't know that for a while, and I was running on PAL. At least we found out. Ah, I wanted it. I was focusing for it. Oh well, we're gonna do a backup, which is probably cooler. Hey. This is magic. I don't know why this happens, but if you rail switch there, you go flying. I really just can't explain that one. But yeah, you can glide over everything. You basically just skip a door. Okay. So this is pretty much the time where I've pretty much explained everything, and stages start to get pretty cool, but they're really similar. Except this boss, I guess I can explain it. So I guess I'm gonna start to read chat a bit after the boss, I guess. So this is a Albatross. It's actually pretty good on other teams like Team Rose, but I really don't like it as Team Sonic. So we just make him go back like this, and just press B. Whenever you press B without holding any directions, you do a kind of a standing punch. It's pretty weird, but yeah, it does a lot of damage to him. I always miss that one. Please, one hit. Yeah, that was like Albatross. Alright. I could explain something. I had never really gone through the Team Blast. What the Team Blast does is it's just since we go by game time and the animation for it is 9 seconds, you actually lose 9 seconds every time you use it, so you kinda have to do it consciously. And there hasn't been a opportunity yet, but I will use it later. So this is about this is the shortest stage, I think. Not in the game obviously, but in the run. No, including bosses. Since this bulk list saves like 1 minute. Here we go, we're at the end. Right now I want the speed pads. Speed pads? No, the speed shoes. Because speed shoes actually are, really used in classic Sonic games, but they're not. Maybe you've used them in other 2D Sonics, I'm not sure. But in this Sonic game, they actually only boost your air speed, which is pretty weird. Like, it's actually pretty buggy. You would think that's like a PC only thing because PC is trash, but no, that's actually even a thing here. Maybe they didn't look at that properly. Yeah, we used the speed shoes to do the triple titty glide, which I forgot to shout, man. Every time you get that glide, you have to shout triple titty glide. I forgot about it. Oh, now I feel bad. Alright, this is probably the best stage, since it's fast, but it's pretty damn hard. So lots of light dash glitches like this one to skip that loop. And that slow jump to skip part of the stage. We actually want level 2 Knuckles because it one-shots those big robots, which I think that's the first time we see one. There I wanted to touch the edge of this, please game. The edge of the ramp because of that skip. And one pretty cool thing. Whenever you hug a wall, like you just uh, kind of push against it, you get some extra height, which I use there to fly up. This is probably the worst skip. No, I didn't get it. I got the bob boost though. So you can clip to the laser, but I got the bob boost state, which actually pulled me back. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, nothing I can really do about that. I did a backup where you basically just knock Sonic and excellent jump. And this is the scariest part of the game when you're a kid, but it's probably the easiest part in the game. Just have to time it. And one thing which I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like it, but the alligator is not like an alligator, but it's actually a wall coming towards you. Because if you actually go back now and jump towards him, I will get hit by an invisible wall. So I think it's actually a wall coming towards him, but I'm not sure about it. Or like he might be invisible, but his hitbox might still be active. But yeah, 244, I could have gotten way lower if I got the laser skip, but it's a troll, big troll. Yeah, it was mashing A, mashing start. I wasn't mashing it hard enough, I guess. So no skips here. Team 2. I hate Team 2. Let's see if they'll troll me hard. Looking good so far. Hey. Is good. I really just don't care what time I get in this, as long as I don't get 40 seconds. Whenever you get 40 seconds, they actually team blast, so you need to restart. Because you're basically dead. It has happened in runs. So yeah, Hand Castle, the second shortest stage. It used to be medium length, but not anymore because mob boost. It's so spooky. Thank God I'm not playing with game sound, so I don't hear the voices and everything. So one interesting thing, whenever you press those switches, Tail says, "Oh, the world is turned upside down," but it's a lie. You just get warped to a different part of the map. So if I actually were to bob boost, yep. If I actually were to bob boost to all the way like to the right, for example, I would flip the world upside down by doing a magic trick. But unfortunately, there's actually no, like it's not faster. But I did a draw clip. I basically just get all the speed with the kick and with the rocket axle, and that lets me clip through. So here, good level design. You can just fall back here and start with the butt boost. There you go. Probably the biggest buff boost and the easiest one. It saves so much time and it's not hard at all. That was bad. This section is very buggy. sometimes you that will happen. Like I kind of just didn't press the left, but I kicked to the left. It's pretty inconsistent. And you want to avoid speed pads because they actually slow you down, since you get a lot of acceleration by going downhill. Section is pretty cool on PC Heroes because since there's the Ultra Glide, which I explained earlier, you can actually just chain Ultra Glides there because you'll bonk to the ceiling and you will basically just go fast. Alright, Mystic Mansion. This stage has a ton of walls, so no skips. It's unbreakable. It only comes down to movement, which I really like. In fact, this is one of the best stages. Alright. Got it. I hate that catch-up flight. What I mean by that is whenever you start flying and Tails like tries to okay, missed that. That was invisible. And Tails tries to catch on to you and you start flying, you kind of get a lot of momentum. So I was able to abuse that and hit the switch. And yeah, that was a strat that I was trying, doing a light dash glitch and then kicking on the invisible wall. Unfortunately I missed it. So level 3 tonic for this guy. So here, this skeleton doesn't actually change, I just walk to a different part of the map. Here we're gonna see the first Team Blast coming up soon. Not the first, because he did the frame perfect Team Blast. Swag. I hate this door, that's why I open it, you can clip through it. Alright, the reason why we need the Team Blast is because there's the robot coming up which takes ages to kill. Nah, I didn't get it. So I just do the effect of the Team Blast. Like whenever you Team Blast, you for a few seconds, like 10 seconds I think, if you press B, you will do a light speed attack, I think that's how it's called. And you basically will one-shot the robot. So we can just do it earlier and then kill the robot with a light speed attack instead of having to Team Blast on the robot, on the big robot. Because the robot doesn't has a helmet and it takes a while. Lots of bobsleds. There are a lot of bobsleds in this one. But they're not like too long. Alright, coming up is it's a pretty cool section. Section that scares people as kids. Actually it scared me too, not gonna lie. So here, pretty cool skip because you're supposed to spawn a trail of rings, but it actually already exists, that part of it. So by kicking you can make it over there. You're supposed to use Tails here, but nah, I ain't gonna use Tails. There we go. Mad skills. Here you can do the section with Sonic, but it's slower. I love that section, it just looks clean. Oh, wait, the stage totally changed, yeah. It's very good when to go out of bounds with the PC Heroes trainer and just explore the stage. yeah, something bit out of context. Yeah, I got an A rank there. For some reason, the game expects you to beat the stage like in like 10 minutes, so it gives you a lot of score on it. No, it doesn't give you like a lot of time bonus, but the the score, like the limit, is actually pretty low. The I rank mark. They expect you to beat it in 10 minutes or something. Speedrunners here. So I want level 2 knuckles here. Level 2 tails, that's good. It's actually good. I'd rather have level 2 tails. I need some knuckles though now. Oh, there's one. There's two, there we go. I did a run earlier, I got the worst RNG ever. If we don't get level 2 knuckles by this wave, let's see, did I get it? No. I mean, it doesn't matter, I already have it. But if you don't get it by that wave, you can just restart the stage. It's faster to do it. Not really, but it doesn't. It's actually kind of true. It's not that much slower. Oh, needn't kill me. I wasted a bit of time. So we basically just level 2 knuckles through this whole stage. Not lying. Level 3 doesn't make any difference. So here we just stand in the center, spam level 2. Still better than Team Dark, where you basically just have to spam the Team Blast glitch to chain Team Blast, because their animation is much shorter, so only lasts 4 seconds. So you can just spam the Team Blast because it's actually faster to Team Blast rather than to spend 4 seconds trying to kill them. You have to always hear Shadow saying, "Chaos Control." Yeah, that's a different story. Nobody really runs Team Dark. So I don't want to say it's hated, but it's just not as solid as, let's say, Team Sonic. I don't know if I've said, yeah, I've said that A ranks in bosses don't rely on actual score. We're coming near the end. This is the last, I guess, zone. You fools must have a death wish. No, I'm not gonna do that. This stage is kind of a mix of like everything I've explained. Doesn't really have anything new, but doesn't have anything old. It's got like rails, it's got everything. There are those colors too. So yeah, we just fall down. This stage is very cool on PC. Actually, something that might be an interesting fact, but the first section is very cool on PC, but the second section is pretty much glitchless. But it's the opposite on GameCube. The first section is glitchless, the second section is about to spoiler. It's pretty cool how they're actually like counterparts, I guess. Yeah. This trick I don't like. Oh, Tails. Never, you can never trust Tails. Maybe you can just fight over everything if he gives you a road extra. I didn't die. That was looking scary. But yeah, you can run in the... You can run on the... like, outside of the ship. So just skip the door. I did the risky strat. You can like go a bit on top and then drop down. But I did the risky strat where I did that risky homing attack. And it was looking very bad, but I didn't feel it. Ah, the music is cool, by the way. If I have to rate the soundtracks, this would be, I think, the best. Either this or Rail Canyon. Some people like Frog Forest and Gun Metro. Nice. That one doesn't like to work for some reason. Because, like, you input the Rocket Axle sometimes, but Tails likes to troll you. Or Knuckles, I don't know. Guess both. And you get a very weak Rocket Axle. But I got the good one there. So coming up is the ball boost. Let's see if I can do this strat. No. I wanted to get on the edge. Not like actually, no. There's no point in explaining it, I guess. Alright, so we just destroy these cannons. No, that's not a bop boost. I have to bop them in a specific way. I don't like that to bop them. Not sure if that will work, but it should. I might be dead. Okay, should be good. Okay, no, I'm not sure. Well, please. No, man, I went for that. That was risky. So I pretty much waste all the time. So this one is probably gonna be close to the estimate. That's a shame. It was a pretty risky one. I should have probably put lower. My PB is like 1 hour. 59:30 I think on real time. And by knowing this game, lots of things can go wrong. So I should have put a bit higher, huh? It's okay. I might still make it. I'm not using a time, I'm just going up my head. Because I did waste a lot of time on Bingo Highway and Rail Canyon. I didn't waste much in Rail Canyon. Definitely wasted some though. Actually, might be good. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. Didn't make it. I'm not sure about this either. By pressing to the left, you actually get a bit more distance. So please. Yeah. Okay. I didn't ruin the marathon. Yes. Yeah, that was the bulk boost. Actually, I think that's like not the most recent, but one of the most recent. It's actually very old, but this game is not very active, so I guess it's new, relatively. The battleship is actually a copy of the first one, so. But the only exception that here, there's a ledge here, and if you're not careful with it, you will die. An A rank again, even though I died. They expect you to beat this stage in 10 minutes, so they put a very easy score there. It's not the same for the next level, though, because there's actually an enemy that gives you 10,000 points. So if you don't kill them, you don't get an A rank, and we're gonna skip most of them. So no A rank here. And this is the last stage. It's just normal. Looks pretty cool, honestly. I've always liked it. So there's a light dash glitch there. You can actually jump out of poles like this. I'll skip one here. So this is the robot I was talking about. Right here. I'm gonna bop Sonic, so just so he doesn't like, get bopped again, and I can just spam into the robots. Yeah, see, I got 10,000 points from that. The airing strat for this level is just kill those robots, not all of them, just kill a few, and you get an A rank. For example, this one down here. Yeah, coming near the end. Did the glide. It likes to troll you, as long as you get the timing right. It's usually get it. Alright, here's the bop boost. Robot, stand still. Will you stand still? There you go. So yeah, one cool thing. We're actually gonna press to the right as we do the bop boost, just so our meter actually drains a bit, so we can fall a bit quicker. See, I'm gonna land just for safety. I like to do that. And so we're coming at the end here. This is I don't wanna say the run killer. It's not like hard, but it gets on your nerves. Because there's this cutscene, you have to watch it, and you're like, man, just finish the run, I wanna get the PD. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, time to meet your maker. So you want to get level 2 Tails as soon as possible. It only lasts 20 seconds, so time is actually coming up. if you're here, Punchy. Yeah, both of my teammates got popped. You have to wait for him now. So you usually fight him in the arena. Not this time. Yeah, Sonic just went flying. Yeah, if you like thunder shoot him, your teammates will just stuck to him and you get a lot of damage. So time. So yeah, Team Sonic. uh, hey. If I actually got the one cycle, that would have been underestimate. I'm bad. Yeah, it was sub 1, I'm okay. Hey. I can't wait for it, man. Me too. Alright, I'm just gonna check out the game time then. What's next one? Uh-huh. Yeah.